Just take good notes. No, I'm kidding. No quiz. Anyway, it all begins, of course, at the beginning in a little town called Paducah, Kentucky, and like this. Bank of the Tennessee River, in a small Kentucky town, I drew my first breath on cold November morning, and before my feet had even touched the ground, with the doctors and the nurses gathered around, I started to dance, yeah, yeah, yeah. I started to dance. And then, when I was 8 years old, I decided to follow Jesus. Yes, I did. I started down that road. Somebody told me that this path that leads to heaven, they said it will not be the easy way. Well, I found that to be true. Heaven I also found. Yeah. I found out there's no better place on earth than the road that leads to heaven. No other place I'd rather be, yeah, yeah. No better place on earth than the road that leads to heaven. No better place to be, yeah. So that was a true story. I was 8 years old when I first heard Jesus calling my name and standing at the door and knocking. That was the sermon at Olivet Baptist Church that morning. I still remember it. And responding to the call to follow Jesus. And it's inspired so many of my songs through the years, like this one. Nobody stood and applauded them, so they knew from the start this road would not lead to fame. All they really knew for sure was Jesus had called to them. He said, come follow me, and they came. With a reckless abandon they came. You know it, sing it with me. And they answered, we will abandon it all for the sake of the call. No other reason at all but the sake of the call. Wholly devoted to live and to die for the sake of the call. For the sake of the call. So then I went to Anderson, Indiana to college, and it was about the third day of my third year there, and I was walking across campus and I saw this vision of beauty walking towards me. And my friend that was walking with me spoke to her as she passed by and waved at her, and he said, hi, Mary Beth. And after she passed, I said, okay, who's that? And he said, oh, that's Mary Beth Chapman, actually. Her last name's Chapman. And I went, wait a second. I share a mailbox. There's mail in my mailbox for a Mary Beth Chapman, because they assigned 2 students to 1 mailbox at Anderson University. And so I said, I must meet this Mary Beth Chapman person. And so I sought her out, kind of stalked her just a little bit, sorry, in the cafeteria, and I sat with her and we had a meal together, and I said, hey, we share a mailbox, and so I figured we ought to, at least meet. And then we had another meal together, and 2 or 3, and I decided it was time to show her what kind of a big spender she was dealing with, so I asked her to go on a dinner date, and I took her to Red Lobster. The seafood lover in you. And somewhere between the popcorn shrimp and the cheese biscuits, she began to fall in love with me as I was already hopelessly falling in love with her. And we shared many meals together, mostly cafeteria, cheap meals. That year, and about a year later, I asked her if she would share a mailbox with me forever. And she said yes. That was 32 years ago. And so I married a girl with the same last name. That's a little strange, a little weird. Unless you're from Kentucky, it's actually not that unusual, but we're not going to talk about that. But she's inspired what I think are some of my very best songs. And this is one of my favorites. Tomorrow morning if you wake up and the sun does not appear, let me sing it if you know it. I will be here. If in the dark we lose sight of love, hold my hand and have no fear. 'Cause I will be here. I will be here when you feel like being quiet, when you need to speak your mind. I will listen, and I will be here when the laughter turns to crying, through the winning, losing, and trying. We'll be together. Oh yes we will, 'cause I will be here. I will be here. Thank y'all for singing with me. And then there was this little number. Anybody remember that one? If we're gonna do that one, we gotta do it right. Come on, band, help me. Here we go.